Hey Sagittarius, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for January 23rd, 2025. This is for Sagittarius. Last shuffle here for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, we have loss and we have courage. Spirit wants you to face some loss and to realize that it's okay to let it go. Whatever you're letting go, you may feel like it's an abundance, okay? But something will be reconciled in that situation. Let something go. There's something that you need to let go of so that you can unlock some creative energy, right? Surrendering. Surrender to something that you've been ignoring, you've been trying to shut out, or you've been trying to, it just looks like something you've been trying to ignore a certain perspective. Maybe there's something that it's like a certain way of thinking that you've been saying, I'm not going to see it that way. I don't give a crap. They want you to have the courage to move on. You've lost the ability to move forward. There's something about you losing your mojo, man. You need to move on and to kind of like accept certain changes, right? Your life is shifting and changing, but you may be saying, screw that. I'm not. You may have lost the ability to see that things will get better. Some of you have kind of become complacent, but you can't. There's something about your situation where you are no longer able to be comfortable in that complacent place. So if you have been ignoring a certain perspective, you know that you say, like, whatever the situation is, something about it is deceiving, and it's difficult. It's like you would rather avoid making a choice, right? So say this is a person that you feel one way about, like okay, say this, if this is a person, say this is a person, you may there's two ways to see it, right? One way, there's two ways to see the person. One way, you could ignore, how do you put this? It's so difficult to put this in the right way. The I'll just go through it. Hanged Man, Four of Swords, Two of Swords, Seven of Swords with loss, right? Something happens where you can no longer avoid seeing something a certain way. You may have been wanting to see it as like, you want to see what you want to see versus what is really in front of you. And it's difficult for you to move on. It's difficult for you to let go, move forward. You have to make a decision to do so, and it's difficult to do. They're asking you to surrender the old and to move on to the new. Now, either you let someone go or you just say, okay, I'm going to, if you were to be with someone and say they have been dishonest with you, Seven of Swords sometimes could be like they betrayed you in different ways. Doesn't always have to be cheating, although I am seeing, for some of you, that could be what the case is, right? They cheated, they lied, or they stole something from you, or they deceived you, or whatever, in some way, betrayed you in some way. Now you have the choice. You can let them go, you can move forward, let it go, right? Because I'm seeing let it go. It's safe to let go of the situation. Or if you stay, then it's important for you to give this, like, give them grace. But to pretend that it didn't happen would be the issue. To pretend that to avoid the whole scenario itself and to just keep going on like nothing ever happened is the problem. It's like you can't go on. There's something that will happen here where you won't be able to pretend that it didn't happen, or you won't be able to pretend that something isn't right, and that it's time for you to face it and choose the path to moving forward. Either that's reconciliation, or that is, that you did this and I faced it. I'm not going to pretend that it didn't happen. I'm moving forward. Someone can no longer be comfortable in some deceptive space. You can't avoid the deception. So that would tell me that this person may be putting something in your face now. You know what I mean? If this is a person, or if this is a scenario in general, a situation, something is going to happen in this situation or this scenario or with this person that is going to be like, you can't look away this time. It's in my face now, right? The courage is to say you have to act right then and there. You will have no choice but to act, and the action needs to be one where it's like, I'm alleviating this. I'm getting something is going to get better in this situation one way or another. They're showing that you are safe to let this situation go, whichever way you're letting it go, because you are surrounded by a lot of love. Okay, people do adore you. If you're saying I'm leaving this situation or I'm walking away from something, people are still there. There's a lot of people there for support. If you're saying, you know what, I'm going to stick, I see it, I'm accepting of it, and now I know how to move forward in this by not avoiding the fact that this is what happened, people are still going to support that, right? So, like, if it's a spouse that was not faithful, the family is still going to say, that's okay. If you want to forgive them, I'm there for you. But if you're saying I'm leaving, they're saying I'm there for you on that too. I'll come with the boxes. Victim mentality is the Three of Wands and the King of Wands. A lot of you may feel like it's not fair that you're being put in this position where you have to now assert something. You have to assert a level of dominance, and also too, now I have to make a decision quickly. It's not fair that that is my situation. Why do I have to be in this predicament? And it's not fair that I've been put on hold, or that something was withheld from me, or yeah, I was deceived to this degree to where, like, I haven't been able to have been confident in myself in the situation. There's something about you being put on hold where you weren't able to be creative, and you could have been onto something better. You could have, you know how, like, when someone deceives a person, I think the worst part about deception or cheating or anything like that is that you have wasted a lot of energy focusing on, what is this person doing? What are they not telling me? You've wasted a lot of useful, valuable time and brain space focusing on deception versus coming up with something new, doing something different, innovating your life, inventing something, becoming wealthy. You know what I mean? It's like it's a deeper thievery. And so there's something about a person saying, which looks like you thinking in your head, it's not fair that I had to be put on hold. And yeah, like, they could have been honest and hardworking and talented, and I'm talented, right? I could have been hardworking or working on something that was real and true. Great gratitude, Four of Cups, Knight of Wands, and this is a thought process of saying, I've never really been counted out. Okay, I've never actually been counted out of life. I am not interested. There's also a vibe of saying that, being grateful for the fact that you may have been, to some degree, you may have been saved from making blunders of your life, right? The best example, and I can't stand this example because I had to live it, but if my credit was stolen as a child from a trusted family member, or maybe not to be trusted family member, now that you look back, right? And so for a good bit of my youth, my 20s, I wasn't able to do much with my social. Couldn't file taxes really. I was having issues with that. I was having issues with credit. I was very inexperienced, so it wasn't like I was making a lot of money to be able to do anything. So buying my own car, getting my own apartment, those type of things were very, very difficult for me. And when I look back, now that I'm older and I'm a lot more responsible, I'm almost like that might have saved me, because I would have ran that up. I was not that responsible. So I have to look at it that way so I can not be sad that that happened. I'm seeing angel number 777. And usually this message most likely reaches you during moments when you're very uncertain with your life. And it also comes out when it says that you're going to win no matter what. You're going to come out winning. It's also a sign that you have a lot of life experience and a lot of wisdom to share. And so you'll need a lot of enthusiasm to get your message out. You may be a writer, you may be someone who needs to speak. You're very wise. You're coming off as someone who's extremely freaking wise. You've been through enough to be able to tell everyone, to speak on any subject. You be that person, they're like, okay, let's just, if they're just doing whatever it is, it's like you're able to you're able to expound on that concept, theory, or subject. And so they're bringing up a person who is not necessarily opinionated, okay, but someone who is very talented. I'm seeing the color or the stone, coral. That would help you to allow the flow of synchronicity and just the flow into your life, synchronicities and such, right? And creative energy. You have a lot of brilliant ideas. You need to impart your wisdom with a lot of grace and gratitude. Turkey may be important to you. I'm not really sure. That it's almost like the message is that you could show people that you could save yourself. You know what I mean? You can get out of this situation. You can do this. I want to say that someone from your past is trying to reconcile with you and come back into your life here. And it's almost to get closure where you could finally let them go or let the situation go. They could be Year of the Rooster, or Year of the Rooster may be very, very important to you. And Year of the Rooster was 2017, 2005, 93, 81. I'm trying to do math in my head. 69, 57, 45, 30, and 33. And those years may be significant for you. All right, I'm seeing you need to know where your abundance lies in this energy. That would be Jupiter placements in your chart as well that they want to highlight. The number 7 is really important, 777. But there you have it. You could be dealing with a Pisces. We also have Aries, Leo, or another Sagittarius. So you could be dealing with a Pisces, Aries cusp. If you're not dealing with those signs, but you don't have to be, those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.